Hey, what is up guys? Did you see that? 65 million damage to Demon Lord Nightmare. That's almost close to 70 million damage. 70 million damage, it's the damage you need to deal to Ultra Nightmare to claim all the rewards and the highest chest. I'm going to give you the best guide you need and the only guide you need against the clan boss Demon Lord, because this is the place where ultimately you can get free legendary champions and free legendary skill books that can help you upgrade your legendary champion's skills. In this video I'm going to try to teach you everything you need to know in less than 10 minutes on what the clan boss does and how to play against this clan boss, this particular clan boss, the Demon Lord, how to build a team and what items you should wear on your team. Not only that, but also the best masteries and the best blessings you should have on your champions whenever you build a team. Let's jump into it. Alright guys, let's have a look at the Demon Lord and let me help you break down his skill kit so you understand him better. As you can see here, there's quite a few things this clan boss do, and I know for some of you this huge list makes it uncomfortable. So let me break it down for you and make it easier to understand. Even though it says a lot of things here, there's only actually like 2-3 things that you need to understand. You cannot debuff the Demon Lord. There's only like 2 or 3 debuffs that you can apply to the Demon Lord. You need to be aware of the fact that the Demon Lord can stun your champions, so you will need some sort of debuff removal. And you also need to be aware that starting from turn 10, the Demon Lord does more damage. From 20th turn, the Demon Lord again increases his damage. And from 50th turn, all attacks will ignore any block damage and unkillable buff on each target. And in regards to his skills, probably you already know he has an AoE skill, and then he has this skill that stuns one of your champions. Alright, this being said, let me tell you which debuffs can be applied to the Demon Lord. The only debuffs that matter and can be applied to the Demon Lord are decrease attack, weaken, decrease defense, HP burn, and leech. Now let me tell you why these 5 debuffs are the most important against the clan boss. Decrease attack. Decrease attack lowers the clan boss's attack and therefore you live more and you deal more damage. Then you have leech. Leech helps you heal up whenever you attack the boss. Then you have decrease defense. Decrease defense lowers the total defense of the boss and therefore you deal more damage in the long run. HP burn. HP burn is one of the best alongside poison to help you deal more damage to the clan boss. Now let me show you why HP burn and poison are one of the best debuffs that you can have against the clan boss. If we scroll down here to HP burn, whenever a champion under an HP burn debuff starts their turn, they and all their allies take damage equal to 3% of their individual max HP. So if you apply HP burn on the clan boss takes percentage of his total HP damage every time he acts. And then with poison is pretty much the same thing, but it's poison related. Check this out, damages the target champion by 2.5 or 5% of their max HP at the beginning of their turn. This is at the beginning of their turn. Okay, now that we know what the Demon Lord does and what debuffs works against this clan boss, let's talk about the most important part, and that's how to build your team. What champions are good and what skills are the best against the clan boss. Some of the best skills include skills that have counter attack, increase speed, or turn meter control. Turn meter control is one of the best, if not the best, against the Demon Lord, because if you have a champion, say for example Deacon Armstrong, oh, he's missing gloves, never mind, I'll look first after. Look at this. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 15% and decreased. This doesn't work against the clan boss, but we're looking at the fill the turn meter of all allies. So the more turn meter you have, the more turns you take against the boss. Same as with Mad Hatter here as well. Fills the turn meter of all allies by 20%. Other nice skills to have are skills that give you ally protection, block damage, and unkillable. For example, Sir Nicholas. Sir Nicholas can give unkillable to whole team. You could use Demithia, if I can find her. Here. Demithia can apply block damage buff on all allies for 1 turn, which means Nobody is going to take any damage as long as they're under block damage. Other things worth to mention are perfect veils and veils. Perfect veils and veils also decrease the damage your champions take by 7.5% or 15%. There's also strengthen that you can keep an eye out. Strengthen also gives you damage reduction, but the most important skills or champions that have these skills should be unkillable, block damage, revive, and increase speed and turn meter control. Now that we also know this, let's talk about the best blessings, masteries, and what items you should wear when you go against the clan boss. When it comes to blessing, there's only really 4 that you need. One of them is Brimstone. This blessing deals damage, also percentage base of the total max HP of the enemy, which means you're going to, time by time, when it procs, you're going to deal a huge amount of damage to the clan boss. Another really nice one is Phantom Touch. Phantom Touch is also very good because it decreases the defense. Let me have a look. No, Phantom Touch is, it's actually the other one. Phantom Touch is also dealing extra damage. And the one that decreases the damage is Cruelty. Cruelty, this is very good as well because it decreases the defense of the boss. And then if you can, you should also have Intimidating Presence, because this strengthens your team's aura. Other blessings that are worth mentioning are Heaven Cast if you use a lot of buffs to deal more damage, and possibly Miracle Heal on your healer or Emergency Heal on your reviver. Now let's talk about masteries, because masteries is as important as having the right blessings and also having the right skills with the right buffs and debuffs against the boss. When you go against the Demon Lord, one of the most important masteries that you need to take is War Master. War Master deals damage percentage base of the total max HP of the boss, and when War Master procs is going to deal a nice tick of huge damage against the boss. Alright, and now with all this being said, let me also tell you which are the best artifacts and items that you should wear against the Demon Lord. There's only really one set that is kind of like a must, especially if you are like mid or like early to mid game. If you're not at the end game of your account, and if you're like early to mid game, you should try to get lifesteal on all your champions, because this is going to keep you alive more in the long run, which means it's going to let you deal more damage. But then obviously if you have better sets than this and you're towards the end game of your account, you're past mid game, you should keep an eye out on speed sets to get as much speed as possible, to get as many turns as possible. Toxic, at least one champion in your team should have Toxic. I don't really have a good gear when it comes to the Toxic set. I would definitely equip it. So maybe you have a champion that deals poison damage. Other sets worth mentioning are Perception, which gives accuracy and speed, especially if you need to land the debuffs, you need accuracy. Another nice set is Feral. Feral gives a lot of accuracy if you need more. And for your damage dealers, Merciless. Merciless is one of the best, if not the best, for any attack damage champion. It gives extra attack, extra crit damage, decrease random skill cooldown for extra damage, again extra attack, ignore defense, again extra crit damage, again a chance of getting an extra turn. So if you have these, you can equip them. If not, don't bother too much about having the perfect set, because the perfect set against the clan boss doesn't really exist unless you are like endgame and you have a lot of items hanging around and you can like pick and choose. Think about the number 1, what debuffs you can apply. Number 2, how to stay alive as much as possible. And number 3, the best buffs you need on your team to deal more damage. Talking about champions, if you create a new raid account with my download link in the description below, you can get yourself 2 free legendaries and 1 S tier epic. You'll get yourself Corrado by downloading the game, and then you can use Supreme 6 as a promo code. And then at level 15, you'll get S tier epic Uugo. If you need some free champions or if you want to try some new champions, go ahead and create yourself a new account using my download link below. Alright guys, I hope this helped. There's not much more left there to be said. Maybe if you want me to give you a couple of ideas on teams that you could build, but you can always use the teams of the week board here, and you can inspire yourself from all the teams that have been used. Like when you see this mythicals and legendaries, you're like, oh my god, I don't have any of these champions. But if you look carefully, you will be able to see that there's a lot of teams that use epics or even rares. Look at this, see? Another rare. One of the best epics and rare you could use and you could build are also widely available, like Heiress. You could build her. She's really good. Look at this. Counter-attack the attacker whenever an ally is attacked. So if you have her in damage dealing set, she's going to counter every time the boss attacks your teammates. She's also removing 1 debuff from all allies, so she can remove the stun from the boss, and she can also increase the speed of all allies for 2 turns. She's really, really good. You can also use Seeker. Seeker is also very good. He's one of the best epics with turn meter control. You can put him in toxic items, and then he's going to become a semi-hybrid damage dealer that also increases turn meter for your team, which is really good. He does a little bit of a healing. He also increases the defense on your allies. Then, as I said, he increases the turn meter control by 30%. Not many champions out there can do 30% turn meter control. And he also does 50% increase attack buff on all allies. Then he also gives himself an extra turn. So if you have this guy in poison, he's going to apply poison debuff, which is max HP percentage based damage on the boss. Then he's also going to give all this nice debuffs, all this nice buffs to your whole team. Other champions worth mentioning are, I've already said before, Demithia. She's really, really good. She does give you block damage, so you'll take 0 damage as long as this buff is up. You can use Deacon Armstrong. He's also top tier against the boss. He does 15% turn meter control, turn meter fill for your team. He's also decreasing the defense by 60%. And he also applies leech. If you don't really have a legendary reviver, you can use Tagoar. Or you can use another epic, Rector Drath. You just have to build him tanky enough to survive and to be the last man standing so they can revive your team all the time. Yes guys, that's pretty much it. I think I've mentioned everything that I know, best to my knowledge, that can help you increase your damage against the clan boss. Stop skipping the clan boss because you'll get free legendary skill books and free legendaries on the long run.